What if I told you that keeping a little distance from people can give you a major advantage? Sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? But today, we're diving into Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. This law isn't just about distrust. It's about understanding dynamics in relationships. In the world of power and influence, knowing who to trust can make or break your success. So let's explore why this law is essential for anyone looking to navigate their way through relationships, be it personal or professional. Law 2 teaches us that friends can sometimes be the ones who hold us back. Why is that? Friends often feel comfortable being honest, but sometimes their advice can be biased by their emotions. Think about it. Your friend might not always want what's best for you if it means you outshine them. On the flip side, enemies can provide real clarity. They will often be brutally honest because they have nothing to lose by telling you the truth. Let's break this down with a few key points. First, friends can become complacent. When you're surrounded by people who always agree with you, you stop challenging yourself. Consider this example. When a business leader surrounds themselves with yes men, the group might miss vital opportunities for improvement. They'll avoid critical discussions because no one wants to rock the boat. Now, what about enemies? Enemies have no issue telling you your flaws or what you did wrong. If you can learn to listen to them, you might discover important truths about yourself. Next, let's talk about competition. In many cases, a little rivalry can actually push you to excel. Imagine two students in a classroom, both vying for the top spot. They study harder, think creatively, and come up with innovative projects simply because they want to beat each other. When you transform an enemy into a challenger, you might find that you improve in ways you never imagined possible. Another element to consider is the idea of strategic distancing. This doesn't mean you cut off all your friends or burn bridges. Instead, create intentional boundaries to make sure you're not too reliant on your friends' opinions. Maintain an awareness of who you allow into your circle. For example, consider having a board of advisors in your life. These advisors can include trusted friends, acquaintances, and even those who may initially seem like opponents. Each voice can add something different and valuable to your perspective. Now let's explore another aspect of this law: manipulation. While manipulation sounds like a harsh word, in this context, it just means understanding people's motivations. Learning to read both friends and foes can give you insight into their strengths and weaknesses. For instance, you might find that a colleague you once considered a friend is secretly vying for the same promotion. By understanding their intentions, you can either strengthen your friendship through open discussion or prepare yourself to compete effectively. Let's not forget that enemies can sometimes lead to collaboration. One of the most famous examples is the partnership between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Initially, both were rivals, but recognizing their mutual skills led to some fascinating advancements in technology. They learned to respect each other's strengths and use that to build something greater than themselves. Now, how do we apply this law in practical terms? Start by evaluating your social network. Ask yourself, who truly supports your goals? Who offers constructive criticism, even if it stings a bit? Once you've identified a balance, make sure to engage with your competitors in a constructive way. Feed off the tension and use it as a motivator rather than letting it hold you back. Engage them in discussions where you can both benefit, turning what might have been an adversarial relationship into a productive one. And remember, this doesn't always mean malicious tactics. Being assertive and honest can protect your interests without being deceitful. If you do decide to distance yourself from some friends, aim for a respectful approach. Communicate your needs clearly so that relationships can shift without animosity. Genuine understanding is key. As we wrap up, remember that this law isn't solely about fostering distrust. It's about honing your ability to discern who can truly help you achieve your goals and who might weigh you down. So next time you're evaluating a friend or foe, remember the wisdom behind Law 2. How can you turn enemies into allies? Can you spot the complacency in your friendships? If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like and share it with someone who might need it. Comment below with your thoughts on this law. Have you ever learned more from an enemy than a friend? Let's keep the conversation going.